What's up, everybody, and welcome to today's sit down episode. I am on the edge of my seat because I'm such a fan of the young man sitting next to me, the wonderful, the amazing, the one and only Mr. Loufi. Welcome to our show, sir.
Lovely being here. Thank you for having me.
We are so excited. Off camera, the studio's packed full of all your fans in our company. We are just freaking out that you're here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's really an honor.
Sir, if magically we could bring the 17-year-old version of you, sit him next to you on this couch and ask him a couple of questions. What's your priorities? What's important to you? Are you playing sports? Are you a ladies' man? Are you what's going on through your brilliant creative mind?
Well, firstly, you wouldn't know how to speak. That's number one. But music was always on my mind.
Okay, it's from that age?
From like, I don't know, how old are you in grade 2? 7?
It's 8? So confusing, man. Me and you are similar ages, so yeah, it was standards when we went to school.
No, I think...
You're probably 7, 8 years old, yeah.
Around about there. So the thing there, it was always music, but at 17 or at 16, I fell into drugs. So I was busy with tik and man drugs, which is known as pille, and dagga and all that stuff. And that time it wasn't like dagga is now. Dagga now, like I know a lot of people, or a lot of friends, it's like a class thing now. It's like there's different grades. That time dagga was dagga. You find it in someone's yard or whatever, and so it gerook. And tik was obviously something that destroys a generation till now. Agreed. I think now there's more cocaine than tik, but anyway, that time, 17 years old.
But if you don't mind me poking around, because you brought it up, and I love the fact. Thank you for bringing it up. How does a young man end up in a situation like that? Is the focus not in the right place? Are you not being guided from a role model point of view, or is it just wrong friends, or is it a combination of everything?
I think if I can answer it now is, and I'm answer it in a weird way. Okay. But if my lighty plays in this room, we'll be talking, but I'll be checking where he plays every 5 minutes.
Yes.
I don't think a lot of people checked on me. You understand? So being curious as a lighty, 16 years old, like ons wil die kwaai goed doen, man. Ons doen die lekker goede. Ons was nou die cool kids. And I remember like going to grade 8, they used to say, hulle maak jou 'n slakkie. You walk, you do things for people. Yeah. It was like 1 week, and then I put my foot down to say no. That was the type of mentality I had.
Yes, so that's not for me.
No, you're not going to push me around. Like, there's no way in hell you're going to push any of us around. So that was my mentality. So that mentality, like discovering, my friends just tried drugs, and they say it's lekker. Like, nobody can tell me. I'm going to also try it. And I think it was, I can't blame anybody but myself, because I was curious of like, they say that you feel like Hulk on this thing, or you feel amazing on this thing. And I think it was like a week or 2 after I first tried it that I then left school, and I just pursued being a drug addict for a year and a half. And I think I realized where that got like hectic was when I sold my mic, my recording equipment. Because then I was like, because this is the dream. This is why, because when they asked me, because my oma didn't know I was on drugs until way later. But
you're not going to tell your family, listen, I'm going to pursue being a drug addict. You're telling them I'm going to pursue music.
Being an artist,
this is what I'm going to do.
Even my girlfriend at the time was my wife today. Like, they were all concerned that why are you acting so funny all of a sudden? What's going on?
So you're not being open about it, only with a certain
only with the drug addicts.
Only with the tribe at the time.
Yeah, and being a drug addict, you don't come in here and say, hey, ek is besig op tik or whatever. And I think for a year and a half I was just ticking and doing my thing. We ended up breaking into houses to smoking with pregnant women, like literally, because they were also drug addicts. So I didn't, like, in my mind, and yes, I read some comments on one of the podcasts we did, where people don't understand what I say, and they make it out to be like, oh, this was slecht. I'm like, obviously it's slecht. We want drugs,
Yes.
but it's a choice we made. It's a decision we made. I'm not posting pictures with my kid while smoking a cigarette and holding a beer. Not doing that.
Yes.
That's not me. You understand? So how everyone raises their children is how they raise it, but I'm not doing that. I'm telling you about my flaw. You understand, that I went through. Anyway, that's just for all the mean people in the comments. But yeah, my thing was, that was the only thing I got up for. You understand? I like it made me feel like there's no issues, there's no problem.
Completely overwhelmed everything.
Yeah, I felt amazing. Even the way I rapped or freestyled, like it was on another level. So fast forward, coming off of it was I needed to teach myself again. And this is all with warning shots where my granny then, they didn't know about it. But like for me, I feel like the way the Lord played it that day, she found a thick paper. It's like, it almost looks like this hourglass just with a thin stem at the back and smaller. And she found that in my bag, and I thought, if me and you tuck together, I thought you stole it, for example.
Yes.
I was like, but why would you steal it? You're my friend. Anyway, we move on. By the time I want to confront you, I forgot, because it's Tuck does that. Anyway, my Oma woke up, and they watched this thing called How It's Made on Discovery. And my Opa was laying there, and she obviously hinted at my Opa that I was on drugs. And he was just brushing it off. He's like, nah, he's just surely smoking weed or being a kid.
Yeah, he's just naughty.
Yeah.
Not
and
paying
then
attention.
they checked How It's Made. And this night, How It's Made showed how they make meth pipes, thick paper.
Yes.
And she looked at it and she took out the thing out of her drawer and showed my Opa, but this is the same thing that he's smoking. And that was strike number 1. Strike number 2, she had a heart attack. She's still with us. She had a heart attack in the doctor's rooms, and then it started coming together like, ek is mos nou, ek is actually a gemors, ek is actually a rubbish. And went to dispatch one day in PE, for the guys who are from PE, they know where that is, to visit a friend of mine. Just to find, he's a regte boerseun, like, ons loop kaalvoet, he's that guy that just takes me away from my reality.
Got you.
And got there, and he comes walking in, and I couldn't believe that what I was busy with traveled so fast. And because he came walking in, and I could see immediately, but jy het ook dan, like the jaw was just going left to right, the eyes were all over the place. The girlfriend he had was just some girl that he had, and it was weird to me because you have your life together according to me. You check. And that was the last day I smoked tuck with him. And then I tried my best to stay sober. I relapsed 8 times. And yeah, fast forward, I'm about almost 9 years clean now. I've never ever touched tuck again. I've tried weed once again while we were staying here. And that was not for me. I was like, I can't not be in reality.
Yes.
That for me doesn't work. I have occasional whiskey now and then, and that's the balance. I'll find where my balance is there, but any of the substances and stuff I can't like.
And you know, unfortunately I've lost quite a few friends due to drugs, and I've interacted with many people, and it's you know, until you've been in that situation, very few people, even the people in the audience, will understand how consuming that feeling is. That your focus, you're just numb to everything else except that's your hyper focus. I want to touch on something you said, if you don't mind. You know, it really hit you. The reality hit you when you sold your mic and your recording equipment, because that was the reason I'm going to leave school to pursue this and grow and explode. But now I've actually, the realization. So did you actually sell your equipment?
Yeah, I sold it.
Wow,
and
that's rough, my friend.
The scary thing is the guy that and everyone that knows me that would listen, the guy that I smoked with, and like, no, this is gonna be our dream. We'll ons sal groot kunstenaars wees and whatever. today he got arrested, went to prison, and today drugs has messed him up so much that he can't even speak properly. He speaks like a child right now.
Wow.
So for me, it's like, and also the circle of friends we had, it's like people think that we have a saying that, yeah, you're lekker. People think I owe me lekker, but I'm like, I can't have the conversations you have, because the conversations I have is about building the people that's in my circle, and about making sure their families eat and my family eats. And when we're not here, that my son makes sure that his family eats. The conversations you want to have now is about the good old days. There is no good old days.
Yeah.
Like we were like bastards we were also slechte mensen.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was the like, if ever there was a doubt that I want to stay sober, the day that homie sent a voice note to Biggie, actually, a friend of mine, I realized that that could have been me, because
Wow.
we were hand in hand together smoking this thing.
Yeah.
And it's a sad thing, because yeah, like I think his family looks after him very well right now, and I would love to have a sit down with him. I haven't seen him in years,
Yeah.
but I know that moment of that voice note changed my life forever. Like, I was like, yo, that could have been me. And my wife today was my girlfriend, and stuck out throughout this. Even when I confessed to say, look, I was an addict. This is why I acted like a poople. And with that came a lot of anxiety, a lot of ups and downs, and stuck it out. That,
Tough.
yeah, you understand that. Still, back to that moment, it's all worth it to be here
Beautiful.
today.
Thank you very much. And
yeah.
and you know, for our audience, it's a beautiful, beautiful story, because we can learn from it. And you are in the single percentile that actually comes out and makes a success in their life. Everyone else that you mentioned, not another person that came out successfully. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And you're an inspiration, and you're a role model to our youth. So we can all look up to you and say, this is the right path. You don't need to go through that other crap that you went through, because staying sober and staying level-headed is what got you here.
Thank you.
So jumping off the, you know, the addiction, relapsing 8 times, how do you end up being seen? Now, I know you hanging out and you freestyling. You loved freestyle. That was your thing. You didn't write verses.
Yeah.
And you know, how does one get noticed? Is it at an event, or is it an organized show one day and someone says, look, you've got some skills, man. Let's put you next to Biggie and Jackpa and let's just go golfing together. How does that happen? My favorite video, though. I love that video.
Oh,
I
the
watched
funky
it
video. Yeah.
100 times already. Yeah. How does that transition happen?
It's been about 10 or 11 years we've been pushing.
Overnight success over 11 years.
Yeah,
Worth of
basically
hard
that's what
work.
people think. But no, actually, we before we moved here, we stayed in a little servants' quarter. Shout out Uncle Jerome. We stayed in a little servants' quarter, and it was what we could afford, and it was as comfortable as what we could afford at that time. And my lighty was just born, and my wife still studied. I was still bloody pursuing this dream, and it was frustrating because me and Biggie actually worked together. He was a quality inspector and operator, and I was the same. And we used to make the brake fluid brackets for all the Ford vehicles.
Interesting. I
So,
didn't know that.
that
He's a beautiful human. He's such
Yeah.
a gentleman.
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
the
yeah.
honor of having him on the sit down as well.
He's my brother. He actually, I have to say congrats. He actually bought him a car now,
Beautiful. Congrats.
which is huge. If you know his story,
Yes.
it's huge.
Yes.
And yeah, so we worked together, and then we got retrenched. So I was like, okay, what are we doing? So Biggie doesn't sit around. He's like, look, I'm gonna go work, and if music does something, I'll do it. I'm the guy that says, look, I'm not working right now. We got UIF coming in. We'll be okay for 3 months. So 3 months I'm gonna push, so I'll get noticed. Like, I put the work in. Like, if anyone talks about not sleeping and like not eating and just grinding and grafting, that's me. Like, try and like, yeah, my wife knows, she'll find me in the studio very awkward time, 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning or whatever, when it's crunch time, when I believe in something.
There we go.
And yeah, then he worked and I pushed and did my thing, and then Biggie got signed on Damas
Yes.
when Unknown Music saw him. And that was huge for us as a community from PE, because now Earl's out, Biggie is out.
Yes.
So I'm like, I just feel like, guys, it's me, I'm here
Yeah,
still.
I'm also here. Come
So
on.
please,
Yes.
like, then literally we had the bare minimum, because now 3 months turned to 6 months, and there was days where like my mother used to just bring food over, or my granny them used to visit, or we had a friend Natalie that used to come stay by us, and yeah,
Tough,
actually makes me emotional. She
Tough.
used to stay by us for a week to like to make sure we good, man, because she could see, hey, these not niks wat aangaan nie. And she actually then borrowed me a car to go to, I was on a small little tour with Biggie when he just blew up. And that was also little seeds that were planted.
Yes.
Same with Earl. Earl brought me up for we had a song Diamond in the Rough to do that on a show. And yeah, anyway, then I looked at her one afternoon, and that was like breaking point. We were like, just, we really have nothing at this moment. We have a little Mercedes-Benz E230, the doors are falling off, and worship was playing, and she was ironing, and my lighty was still in school, and I'm like, we are already in arrears with so many things. Let me just, like, I'm gonna sell a car and I'm gonna invest it into a music video. And I hooked up with a homie of mine. He was Henry's Iron Glacier, yeah.
Okay.
He is in PE, amazing guy. We sat, we then sold the car, and then shot Eckers Broke.
Yes.
So the Eckers Broke you see online now, there's another version of it in that TV that's in the music video. There's a TV in the music video. So the old music video pops up in the music video.
I'm going to check that out because I watched the video yesterday.
We might actually bring that out sometime. But we shot that then got the attention of Bino at Universal Music.
Wow.
And then funny enough, Biggie brought me to Pretoria. We did 2 shows, yeah, I think. But for me, performing was weird. I've never done performing. Like, I've done battle rapping, but that's not the same.
Yes.
And yeah, then he had to go somewhere one night. It was him, Jan Blaukas, I can't remember who else. Then I stayed behind in Pretoria, and I actually stayed by, I don't know if you guys know Bernice West, her fiance Janus.
Yes.
Erasmus, I think his surname. Yeah, I gaan my neek as ek sê van kom onthou nie. But anyway, he then opened his doors for me to stay there. We went to a album launch of Robbie Wessels and Joe Black. I think it was that Bokke thing.
Yes.
That's when I bumped into Bino. The first thing Bino told me, because he basically quoted a line off of Eckers Broke, and I was like, wow, like this guy knows my stuff.
Yes.
And then someone said, hey, but that's the head of Universal's Afrikaans department. Walked away, called her, and I was like, look, Universal wants to do something right now. Went back, he says, no, come see me in 4 months or in 6 months' time. I said, look,
I don't have 6
I don't
months,
have,
bro.
I said, I don't even have a week from now. I said, and Bino would laugh if he listens to this. I literally said, I don't have a week from now. I said, everything that I own is in arrears. I said, I can't go without a record deal. Like, ek het langs my skoene geloop. I was just like, I can't go home without something. Like, I need to go home and make sure, like, we can pay my lighties crash, we can pay the rent, and I can take my family out of where we are and just
Yes.
excel. And he's like, cool, come see me. I think come see me in 2 weeks then. I was like, cool, I'll see you next week. I had to borrow money from Biggie to take a gauw train to Rosebank to go sit and have a chat with him. And that was the beginning of it. And yeah, I'm like, I'll forever, doesn't matter where my journey would go in the future of wherever, I would forever be grateful to Bino. Like, it would be like, yeah, Bino took me in as an orphan in the industry and kind of just, yeah, listened to this lighty that raps and said, okay, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I think your humility and your EQ is so high. He fell in love with you the moment he met you. I really do, because very few times do you meet, especially a person that raps. I walked in here expecting to meet someone else, not you. I expected a big ego, totally different. You are a a normal human being, just like all of us.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
Yeah,
awesome
I'm quite
to see.
quiet before we do anything.
Yes, yes, beautiful. So if you could advise, people in your industry, the musicians, rappers, and you could say, look, I've had the pleasure of working with, the best in the country. You've worked with, literally with the best in the country. You've performed multiple shows on bigger stages. What's the one thing that you could take back with you that you wish you knew back then that would serve you better? If it's maybe a different lens or a different perspective on performing, preparation, business, what's the one thing that you could take back? One or two things.
Business-wise, better planning and allowing other people to do some stuff for you. You know what I mean? Like, not trying to do all of it yourself.
A little bit of delegation.
Like, literally, you focus on making music and allowing other people to do your thing. Like, my wife knows I'm always trying to be hands-on, which becomes a issue. She always says, let me do my job. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
do your job.
But it's hard, though, because you want to micromanage everything and make sure everything's perfect.
It's terrible to like, I hate being micromanaged. So, and I voice it. If I'm anywhere, whether in studio with anyone or whatever, never tell me what to do. Like, when I know how to write my music, you understand? So for me, I started understanding, okay, you know what, these people that work for me or spend time with me or invest into, just investing your time and your brain and everything into this Loufi brand, they know what they're doing and they know why they're doing it. So I would say, business-wise, better planning and just know where to be hands-on and where to be hands-off.
Beautiful.
Because you can, like, if you drive, I can't hold the steering wheel while you drive. You know where you're going. Imagine I pull the steering while you turning right, I turn left.
Can't.
So we're gonna make an accident.
Yeah, and it's evergreen advice. Allow the people to do what they're good at.
Yeah.
And focus on what you're good at. Yeah. And together you make a powerful team.
Yeah.
Love it. Now, navigating the newfound success. So you're getting noticed. Now you're being lekker. The current, and then the new. If you were to say 2 or 3 landmines that you've stepped in, that you were like, hey, nah, I shouldn't have done that. I've learned a lesson. Then perhaps we can take an up-and-coming artist or someone, starting a new career, and we can shorten their journey from 11 years to perhaps 7 years. What are the 1 or 2 mistakes that you feel like, I can teach people about this because I got that living experience?
The main thing I always tell artists, because I love up-and-coming artists, I love what they do, I love finding new sounds, being part of it. Know your worth from the get-go. Because at the end of the day, I remember, I'll make a quick example of Biggie, because my bra. When Damas came out, there's people who paid him 3,000 rand to perform. Biggie maybe, for me, his worth was 10 times that.
Agree.
Maybe 20 times
more,
that.
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
So for me, it was like, he started knowing his worth. But if he knew his worth from the get-go, no bullshit. No up and down, no nix. So he understands what I mean with what I'm saying.
This is me, this is where I am. Yeah. If you're happy, cool. If you're not happy, also cool.
Yeah, because you must understand, as a new artist, like I dropped Witskuna. I'm speaking about myself. Net op Bliks and Biggie May. Now I'm playing.
I love the music video of Witskuna. I really do.
I'll tell you the story on that one also.
It's really creative.
Then on Witskuna, when Witskuna started popping, we also didn't know our worth until someone came and said, hey, you guys are actually worth a bit more. So being worth a bit more means, okay, cool, I had a drummer in PE, let him come up. My drummer knew a guitarist, let him come to his thing. You know what, Emmy is actually good at managing, let her do this. Because now, out of knowing my worth, I create jobs for so many other people. I'm not trying to make all the money. I'm trying to take that and make sure everyone else eats. And then if my rate becomes more, give people more work. You understand what I mean? So That's number one, knowing their worth.
It's so hard in the beginning though, eh?
It
Yo,
is
it's
tough
hard,
because
yeah.
you don't want to sound like a snob or
Yes.
anything, but
But it's important.
Yeah.
You have to be brave.
yeah, you have to be brave in who you are, because your song that you recorded in your room is now playing somewhere in Durban.
Yes.
You understand? Or somewhere in Joburg or Cape Town.
Yes.
And
overseas. It's playing overseas. It's
Exactly.
being streamed.
so
It's being downloaded.
that's my thing. I think my problem with South Africans, especially events organizers, they want to get the most, which is the biggest artist that there is at this moment, for the least.
Yeah.
But put that same artist in America or in Australia, waar ons ander Suid-Afrikaners is or whatever, they don't give a damn if you ask them 200K. They're just so excited to see you.
Yes.
So that's where I try and tell artists, just ken jou waarde, don't belittle yourself for anyone else. And number two, you don't have to jump on everybody's song, because listen to the sound that you feel you want to put out. So for this next chapter that I'm busy with, it's a continuation of what Witskune was. So I'm not gonna go put out a bloody hardcore trap song. I'm not gonna
Yes.
do it, because you guys are not gonna listen to it. It's like,
Yes.
this is a bit much.
Yeah.
You understand?
Loufi, maybe he's experimenting a little. It's not you.
Yeah,
It's
but we're not
authentic
ready
to you.
for that experiment.
Got
so,
you.
which for me is like, artists get excited and then they want to drop verses everywhere. Don't. Stay in your lane. Continue with the sound you created. Because if all of a sudden someone pops up and I'll make an example. There's a homie that came up to 12. He is a good guy. He comes from Imansdorp. Comes from a background of
Small
having
town.
nothing. Yeah.
Small town.
And he created this sound where it's like it's you wanna dance, you wanna listen, there's rap in it. Why do I like it? I don't understand why. And he needs to continue to pursue that sound.
That's his uniqueness.
Yes, because not myself, Biggie, or Earl or Paro is doing that sound. And all the other artists, like you got Cream in them, everyone, they're not doing that.
Yes.
They doing what they need to do. But this lady came and he did his sound. So my thing is, look at 12, continue doing his sound, not the last song he put out. The sound that he's doing, that he knows he does, that sound.
And I also want to maybe not challenge you, but validate what you're saying. You can't be an expert in everything.
Yeah.
You know, a jack of all trades is an expert of none.
Yeah.
So if you focus here, you will be the best here. And because of this person wants to say, listen, can you please, now knowing your worth, you can collaborate with me. Okay, on this I will, on this I want.
Yeah.
Because it's not
me.
It's not me. On this, maybe, let me think about it. But on this I will, because you know, there's a nice unity. Love the advice. It's beautiful.
They're gonna hate me for what I just said, but it's fine. Doesn't matter.
No, it's awesome. You have to be true to yourself, and it's so hard, man. You know, my background is, you know, we grew up in a village in Eastern Europe. It's cold.
Yeah.
Communism, like rough, poor. Came into the country, couldn't speak English, couldn't speak Afrikaans. I had to learn all this stuff on my own, and I understand the poverty part. And when you make a little bit of money, it's hard to be disciplined, but it's very important. And you need role models like you coming up to say, listen, buddy, what you're doing now is going to get you in cock. Don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, I can see your talents here. Don't go and play with all the children. Play with these 3 children here.
Yeah.
So, and I love the fact that you said that you like up-and-coming artists, because you can guide them and you can give them advice, perhaps like you got when you were coming up, or like you wish you had when you were coming up.
Yeah.
Love it. So, it takes a village to raise a man. It takes a bigger village to raise a successful man like you. If you could say 3 people that were most influential and how they touched your life to turn you, you know, in the direction that you ended up in.
Yeah. I would say a lot of conversations with my Opa. A lot of very real conversations.
What's his background? Because I can feel that connection is very strong.
Look, my Opa, is a very smart man. He's a very intelligent man. He used to run, used to be HR, the boss there, at a place called Industex in.
So HR tells me high level of emotional control.
Yeah.
And he knows how to speak to people to guide them.
Yeah, when I used to smoke, we used to sit and share a cigarette and have. I don't think I smoked in front of him, but I used to borrow a cigarette. Okay. Once I'm done smoking, I would have a chat with him. We would have there's a lot. I don't think he ever judged me on the things I do. He kind of just tried to understand why and how I am the way I am. And I think
that's a great HR manager.
Yeah, he just kind of he just went with the flow, and then as soon as things happened, he congratulated us. Like he's always there. Like if there's a lot of things, like with all these things I've been through, it's a lot of anxiety that creeps. So I'll give him a call on that, and his advice is always to take it in little bite-sized pieces. Just take little bits of one bit at a time. You don't have to do everything on a Monday. Like you got Monday to Thursday, Friday you work.
Yeah.
Break it down, figure it out, and then extend it to next week if you need to. But
Beautiful.
Don't let it stress you. So it's definitely him. I said Dionysius, he was my best man at my wedding. He's a very, very Christelike man.
Okay.
But also blunt. Like also he's a sharpshooter when it comes to anything. Like when it comes to if you're bullshitting, you're bullshitting. We say it like it is.
Yeah, he'll tell you straight up.
So he's definitely a top two. I'm trying to think with friends wise. They're gonna blix me. But I think
it's difficult to pick three. There's probably 3,000, 3 million.
I think the two that stand out is them, and definitely it's not because she's sitting here, but definitely because of my wife.
And definitely the crap she had to put through,
yeah,
that she had to put up with.
It's not just. I think she's forgiven me about those things. I think the reminders of how she's a constant reminder of. Don't forget where we're going, because, like you say, we make some money and then you want to have fun. Like we can have the fun, but don't forget where we're going and where we're headed to.
In moderation.
Yeah, just slowly but surely, we'll get there. We'll get where we need to go. And then two more. I was gonna say two more. One of them is Early B, and he knows why. He knows exactly why. I think if it wasn't for him, regarding doing or how we do business in the music industry, I don't think that we would have been able to do it. Like him and Shella, it's his sister, we appreciate them with our whole hearts. And they were also, when I messed up in the first run, he called me and to say that die kak wat ek aanvang moet ek los, because I must remember that Lighty, my son, is not just my son, but it's everyone's son.
Wow.
So you can enjoy yourself at a show, but if I must hear that someone carries you out of the bar again at a show, gaan ek yourself bliksem. And ever since then, I've appreciated his honesty.
That's tough love.
Yeah,
well
and
done.
then my drummer, Walla, he always pushes me. He's like, if he calls me Loufi, he never calls me Loufi, he calls me Jean. If he calls me Loufi and says we must, that's the hip hop songs we must perform. He's dark complexion. He say ons moet vir die wit mense hierdie goed perform, and we die of laughter with him. But he also pushes us into a direction where I think we found ourselves now. Like he's the confidence booster. Like when it comes, if he lacks confidence, I boost. If I lack, he boosts.
Yes.
And just my whole team from Jermaine, Emmy, Walla, I appreciate them all.
Beautiful.
Lekker.
Awesome. It sounds like such a fun environment to work in.
Yeah.
And you guys are not only homies, you're family.
Yeah, definitely.
You're all family. Amazing. So if there's no spotlights, if there's no shows, you're hanging out with your wife, with your son, who are you when nobody's watching? I'm always interested because you're very creative. Just the way you dress, you can, like I commented on your shoes, these are beautiful kicks. Are you creating stuff? Are you in the studio? Are you just hanging out, having a braai, chilling out? Who are you?
So I enjoy downtime.
Yes.
But I'm, in all honesty, because the person knows me the best sitting there.
Yes.
In all honesty, ek is baie kriebelrig. So I can't sit for a long, I can't not do something
You're busy.
for a long period of time. I have to get up and, like, we'll be watching something and then, I'm lost for popcorn, I'm gonna get up. Or we'll be braaiing or having a conversation and I'll jump to something that I know I need to still talk about. So, unfortunately, I don't get a lot of rest. Hopefully soon I'll start trying to, like, I've gotten better. I think I've gotten better. I was way
The
worse.
fact that you're asking validation is
Nah.
the answer. I can give you the answer, and it's no. He hasn't
Nah,
gotten better.
I've gotten a bit
A
better.
little bit, maybe.
A bit better. But yeah, just summed up, I enjoy if you're not working on the car, washing the car, I enjoy us taking my lighty somewhere, going for a walk.
Beautiful.
I love shopping. Not
Beautiful.
heavy, but I love, like, if
Looking.
I'm looking for something for a watch, we'll take the whole day and look for that watch.
Beautiful.
Yeah, which is rough.
I'm always fascinated, and I ask artists this question because so two-part question. Your preparation mentally, like I'm about to go on, is there nerves? You know, what's the mindset? What's the mindset like? Okay, I'm about to go on. Boom. I switch it on and I go and do what I know how to do best. That's the first part. And the second part is, how do you get off that? Because you've got screaming fans, like screaming your name, then your performance is over, you have to go, your energy is here. How do you get it down to sleep? Is there a process in your head? Do you do something?
I sleep when I get home.
It's like
Yeah.
that, boom.
There's some shows that you want to see, like, I know we did something we haven't done before.
Okay.
So there's some shows where, with the chats, where I get home, we chat till like 1, 2 in the morning. And then some shows where you've given absolutely everything you had left. So when you get into the car, you feel like sleeping already.
Already there.
But the hype before the show is I think it's just about making eye contact with everyone that's involved, and then knowing, okay, ons gaan hom opneek nou. Ons gaan nou alles gee.
there's
Yeah.
no time.
And that hype lasts for the duration of the show. And when you come down, it's a little bit bietjie van 'n hype, but you know where the on and off switch is, because I can't go home now with
that
the show
energy.
energy. No. I need to go home, and my son knows I came from work.
Yes.
And then come home and just chill. My dog receives me. And ons gaan nou rustig wees. Ons gaan nou chill now. You understand? Because tomorrow is the same thing. So I can't make the whole weekend about me. I can't bore everyone. Ek het nou klaar gewerk. My skof is klaar. Ons gaan huis toe nou.
It's very important, and I think people just need to rewind a few minutes and listen to that again, because it's a process in your head.
Yeah.
I can't take this energy home because here I'm Loufi. I need to be the role model. I need to be the performer that people paid hard-earned money to come and watch me perform. I need to give it my best. At home, I need to be a loving husband, and I need to be a devoted father as well. So, and I mean, your dog receives you. It's a different person, and it's very high levels of EQ that you can make that switch, and that energy shouldn't come out. But a lot of us in the work environment, we take it home and take it out on our wives and husbands and family. So it's important to have that switch.
Yeah.
What's the best advice that you've ever received? Whether it's in the industry or out the industry, like something that landed that said, wow, this really makes sense, and I'm gonna turn.
Humility is key.
Humility is key.
That's the best advice, and what I always remind my team when we feel a bit flustered or frustrated about something, that where we are now is not where we're going to be in the next 10 years.
Yes.
So with that humility, and that humility that is key, it will open so many other doors for us. So if one door shuts now, it's rustig, don't stress about it. There's one door shuts, like 5 more doors waiting for us.
I heard a nice quote the other day. I don't know who said it to me, but I'm gonna use it forever. Humble pie is fat free. You can take a lot of humble pie. It won't make you fat. It's good for you.
That's powerful. That's
it.
powerful.
What's the best advice that you could give young up and comers?
Stay humble. Stay humble and stay hungry.
Stay
Like,
humble.
don't lose the fire, and especially if you stay, if you get some money your first run, don't think cause no shit. You're not, because while you enjoying that little piece of pie that you made, there's another artist giving his all to
come and grab
overtake
it.
you.
Yeah.
So just stay humble and stay hungry, and just be consistent with everything. There's no formula. You do your own thing.
Yes. Just
Make
be
it work.
consistent,
Yeah.
humble and hungry, and seek counsel also. I love it when you said I went and found out this, because people that have done it already can tell you, listen, buddy, navigate a little bit this way, a little bit that way.
Yeah.
And we speak to a lot of sports stars as well. We spoke to Dr. Kumalu recently, and on the interview he said that and it's on your point as well, the biggest failure today is you get signed as a Sundowns or a Pirates, I mean that any local club.
Yeah.
The first thing that the players do is buy a GTI. You know, I've arrived, I've made it. And you forget doing the things that helped you get to this place, to be in that fortunate position.
Yeah.
You know, so beautiful advice. Okay, now my friend, may I call you my friend?
Yeah, definitely.
So because we're in our studio, you're my family. So we've got a family tradition now, and thank you very much for being a sport. You agreed to this craziness that we're about to go into, and family break bread together.
Yeah.
Okay, so South Africans, we've got our own unique culture, our own unique ways, and we all love Nando's.
Okay.
And Nando's are known for the very, very hot food. So today,
Whole brandkos, that's what they call it.
That's what they call it, yeah, exactly. So today we're going to see our pain tolerance. Whose
Okay.
is higher? I think yours is going to be higher, but I can't wait to finish this interview having some beautiful hot wings and some extra hot chicken livers.
Okay.
Are
let's
you
do
ready?
it. Yeah, let's do it.
So, as we said earlier, some extra hot Nando's livers and wings. But because you're not a standard guest, you're not a normal guest, these are boosted.
Okay.
So I know we've
Oopgedraai.
hoopgedraai. We've signed all the disclaimers, everything, all the paperwork is in order, and now we have to do it. You ready?
Ja, let's klap dit.
Kom ons doen dit.
Oh, ja, gaan ons sommer met 'n wing.
So ja, nee, ons gaan
Oh,
groot.
kan jy rooi op hierdie wing sien?
Ja, nee. Kom ons kyk wat gebeur hier nou.
Oh nee, is kakwarm.
Yes, dit vat nie eens 'n rukkie nie. Dit klap jou klaar. Wow.
Jy gaan in, né? Ja, dis kakwarm. Kyk, jy asking the questions. Man, hier gaan ons baie warm kry. My gosh.
Yes. Wow.
Are we finishing this before we even chat?
Yeah, I think we can start chatting, and
Wag julle.
as the pain grows. Wow. Is jy okay?
Ja, nee.
Ons 'n bietjie livers vat.
Ek weet nie hoekom ek jou volg wat jy doen nie. Wiele wat nee, ek moet iets sê on camera. Was al die kyk. Ek het nog nie een keer geniesie. Al het genies toe hy hot wings eet. Weet julle dit? Ja, dit is warm.
Is jy okay?
Net 'n bietjie warm hoor. Nou voel so. Oh. Wanneer gaan ons die rooietjie kry?
Ek dink kom ons wag tot die tweede vraag.
Okay, sharp. Ek gaan Okay. Ek
Wow.
sê obligate. O, moet ek nog afvat.
Kom ons vat 'n laaste happie. Dan gaan ons in dit. Wow.
O ja.
Hieronder.
Brand hy nou 'n gat in die mat.
Ja. Ons moet 'n nuwe mat kry. Ja. Onder is melk en water. Ek gaan 'n bietjie water vat.
Ek gaan hom uitsteek vir julle.
Gaan jy hom uitsteek? Okay, cool.
En ek het 'n al comment gemaak nou, maar ek kan bys.
Okay, cool. Ready?
Ja.
If you could spend an entire day with someone dead or alive, who would that be? And what's the one question you'd ask him?
Lekker. Die eerste segment was baie makliker. Misschien. Wag. So I've spent the entire day. So hulle hoor altyd ek sê Earl. But I'm a huge fan of Earl. So I've spent the entire day with Earl.
It's the first answer that I've received from that perspective. So how was it?
It was insightful. It was a lot of teachable moments. Like a lot of things that he told me is stuff I can implement as a.
The water is there?
Die lippe wat nou brand.
Yes.
It was a lot of.
Flippend warm.
Nee, hy's warm hoor, maar ek dink hy rooi sousie is rower. Maar sal nou uitkom. Waar was ons nou? It's a lot of
moments.
Yeah, it's a lot of teaching that took place I look at him as an older brother. So, and especially the things he taught me is, just to sum it up, was die dinge wat jy, the things you still like saying like I wish I could have done that different, or I wish I never did it like that, or I wish I never blew this money and saved this money. He's like, pray over it and set it free. Like it will come back. That will come back tenfold with its friends, family, niggie, sister, alles. And the fortune will be restored. Whatever fortune you're crying about, or shouldn't have sold this car, or this or that, it will come back.
Tenfold.
It will make its round to you one more time. And for me, having a real conversation with someone in the industry and that doesn't have his industry jacket on while we're chatting is the best thing I could ever ask for.
Beautiful.
So shout out Early B. Nou weer. So you kak warm hier.
You okay?
Yeah, Kazie.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna chill like this.
If you could be a fly on the wall, if you could overhear a conversation, who's in the room and who are you eavesdropping on and what are they talking about?
Yo, I'm gonna say some hectic stuff. Net to cancel my Instagram one day. The government, I would love to not get the watered down version of the meeting.
The actual meeting.
I would love to be there and understand what is being said and how it's being said before that meeting comes to us as the people. Because we're looking at that men and women in power for answers.
Yes.
So ek sal love when I meeting sit as a fly in the wall and then I'll be a pimper. And I'll tell the guy, the guys, okay, wacht, die brand gaan weg, ons kom terug.
Ready?
Take that one.
This one?
Ja.
Okay, good.
Okay, we gaan ons om nou by die rooi gooi.
Gaan ons op dip in
die rooi erg, julle?
Is baie erg.
Kom ons rooi
is...
Okay.
Die rooi is...
Wacht, laat ons sien. Nee, nou.
Nog.
Smeer, kyk hoe lyk die.
Nog.
Ja, ek weet nie. Okay, kom, gaan ons.
Hopelijk is ek wakker vir hierdie experience.
Die rooi is kakker.
My neus loop.
Wow. Hy is erg hoor.
Dis 'n ander experience as die eerste ene.
Wie wat? Smeer.
Nog.
Ja. Maar Matthias is hier gereis.
Ja.
Wag gister, hier ding na die tyd. Hy gaan hy nog klats na die tyd.
Hy los jou nie. Wow. Selfs die asem wat ek inneem voel soos 'n fireball. Onthou jy daai fireballs?
Ja, wag ek moet hom.
Wat is so hierdie is baie erg.
Ja, hy is warm.
Holy moly.
Okay.
Niks water, niks melk nie. Sure. Niks brood nie.
Sal nou al uitkom.
My ore brand.
As jy nou moet gaan pee. Hulle het Puna gesê, dis jou baas tollie en chili.
Wow. Daai rooi sauce is a different experience.
Bietjie broodjie. Sal sharp wees. Hoekom dip jy my nog saus?
Ek weet nie. Ek dink dis die love of the game or love of the pain.
Die ding is, hy ding is so hard, hy proe soos niks.
En dan kom hy.
Nie waarom toe kom hy nie, nou toe nie. Ja. Okay. Dink die chili brand jou. Next question is.
Okay. First car.
Oh! The rumble in the jungle het begin.
Wow.
Voel ek so by 'n begrafnis. So, first car. I think it was in 1982 or 85. Toyota Conquest.
A Conquest.
1300 4-speed.
Yes, daai kar ry nog.
Die 2E motor. Die chisel, die blokkie.
Ja.
Dit was ons eerste kar wat ons gekoop het by Tannie in 'n Go Park. Ek het daar gevolg en ek het daar offer gemaak. En sy en sy het ja gesê. En dit was ons eerste kar.
Hoe lank het jy hom gery?
2 jaar.
2 jaar.
4 jaar of 2 jaar.
Beautiful.
En
Is
toe
jy
het
okay?
Nee, dit is fyn. En toe het ek nog eene gekry. Selfe ene maar 1600. En toe het ek nog een na dit gekry. En weet jy wat die Avante is?
Yes. Station wagon.
Almost soos 'n wagon.
Ja.
Het ek 'n Avante gekry. Ek voel ek kan nie stil sit nie. 'n Avante gekry. 'n twin cam, blue top.
16 valve.
16 valve, 1600, beautiful. En toe wat het ek toe gekry? En toe nog ander karre tussenin. Maar vandag, as gevolg van al, het my gesê dis die beste kar wie ooit sal ry. En ek agree. Ry aan die VTEC.
'n VTEC.
Civic, beautiful. Niemand hoef te worry wat onder die bonnet aangaan nie. Hy's so warm soos die wings.
Awesome. So daar's 'n paar manne in die studio.
Wag, weet jy wat met hulle nee, jy weet hulle te introduce. Ek het 2 chommies moet ek inkom. Dit was mos Vincent geweest en een van hulle.
En Anton.
Hy sê hy's 'n groot fan. Anton, hè?
Ja.
Maar nou, my ding is, my renas, kom ons eet hier. Kom, ons is nie chicken nie. Vat jou appie also. So. Ons rou mos nog, ons is mos aan die go.
Ons is aan die go.
Imagine hulle edit die goed uit.
Hulle kan nie.
Hulle kan nie. So ek wil vir Vincent my nuwe chommy invite.
Yes.
Om 'n wings aan my te kom deel. Maar ek moet hom eers vir hom dip. Kom, dip
Yes.
hy enetjie vir hom ook.
Kom Anton. Anton.
Dis smeer hy hele ry.
Anton maak
Kom,
asof
Anton.
hy hy iets op die rekenaar doen dan.
Kom Anton, ons het jou nodig. Wag, ek gaan my foon uithaal. Laat die mense weet Anton het nie gekom nie.
Kom Anton.
Ons kort vir Anton. Anton, die ene is ready vir jou. Kom, bra. Ek gaan die ene post dat die mense sien. Anton.
Vincie, is jy okay? Asai. Hierdie
Ja,
een is
hierdie is
Jana.
sterk
Save
gebak.
for you, brother.
Go for it. Wag, asai. Ja, sê hy.
Okay.
Is jy ready?
Ek gaan back by.
Nee, ons moet hom hier.
Kom terug.
Kom.
Sit daar langs
Die
Vincie.
klank is sharp. Jy hoef nie te worry nie.
Jy's baie stil, is jy okay?
Dis poison.
Poison.
Jy sharp.
Ja.
Okay, ja, sharp. Anton, go for it.
Go for it, bro.
Gaan sy. 1.
Ek weet wat doen die goed.
You can do it.
Don't poison. Thomas poison.
Nee, my vergiftig.
Gaan sy. Nee, jy kyk te lank hy oor, hy het al weggehardloop. Nou eet hy om die chili saus.
Nee man. Kom nou.
Hap voor man. Wie wat lekker hy sousie af voor as jy free to go.
Dis poison.
Maar
Ek het hulle ons sê ek en hy kyk hoe hap hy om my sous.
kom Anton. You can do it. Ons glo in jou.
Lekker hy sousie voor as jy free to go.
Delicious.
Oh wow. Sy. En dan is shop. As jy enige geluide hoor van die juf, is dit hulle wat behind the scenes.
Yes.
Sharp, dankie.
Ons is aanvang.
Well done.
Hy's lekker.
Challenge accepted.
Ja.
Sê jy broodjie? Sê shop. Nee, wat ek dink was ons is nou aan vee gewees. Dip jou hierso. Nee, ek kan nie. Dis my backup. Vat. O, jy het nog 'n broodjie vat die.
Okay.
En smeer hom hier in hierdie rooie.
Wow.
En nie wat. Sien jy wat doen ons vir julle? Ons vat
maak
nog
klaar.
eraan. Okay.
Maar klaar. Dis baie. My vriend,
Ja, ek het gesê jy moet hom saai smeer hier.
dis
Dat weer so net ou. My kou dan voel iemand droog om uit sy hande.
hy's so warm, hy's bitter. Okay, Anton?
Ek voel asof my kop so maak. Jou pa storie chili.
So een drink water, die ander een drink water en melk en ek weet nie wat nie.
As dit nog hier.
Okay.
Well done for hulle by the way.
Welkom op julle. Maar dit moet nie legal wees nie. Ja.
Dream car.
Ja.
If there was no family involved, it's just you and a car.
Ja.
What's your dream car?
Met die family involved.
Met die family,
Kan
okay.
net langer vat. O, brand die agter. Maar warm hoor. M2, M3, M4, M5.
My type of guy.
Kan nie baie meer praat nie.
Most-
Dis melktyd.
Melktyd.
Ja, ja.
Dit mag. Cheers.
Lovely.
So, off-camera discussion, we're both lactose intolerant.
O nee, dit is Spuitpoep Avenue nou die.
So, I'll rather go through anything except this burning sensation at the moment.
Sien jy toe die eerste keer 'n zingerburger eet, né? Nee? Weet jy al zingerburger geëet?
Yes.
Jy eet 'n zingerburger. Jy eet 'n zingerburger first time. And you wipe yourself after that. And you need to like press the toilet paper. And you literally start asking forgiveness.
What about this?
Mm.
You're not thinking about it now.
Jy sê kan 'n bietjie tips vang.
Ja.
Nee.
Anton, is jy okay? My vriend, jy het van kleur verander. Jy is so rooi soos jou hemp. Ek kan nie vir Winsie sien nie, dit is donker. Is jy okay?
Ons wat
Favorite book? Or favorite movie? What would you say is one that really stands out?
Jo. Ek kyk net na die bord, ek dink hier is hy. Ek sit net hier. Daar nog 'n bietjie melk erns julle.
Kan ons melk kry asseblief?
Ek voel Vincent vat dat sprits lank.
Thank you, sir. Is you okay?
Poison.
Did you have some more?
No.
Have some more.
Mark 4, double.
Rennie is met my sponsor na die. Ek kan hulle die hele pad huis toe.
Wow. Okay. Started off.
Hy was bad. Hy's Michael Jackson bad, bro. I'm like, hy's bad.
Bad. Favorite book or favorite movie?
8 Mile, Eminem, Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent.
Very nice. I watched it the other day. Very
Good
nice.
movie.
Very nice.
And then if we binge watch as a family, I Am Legend of Will Smith.
Love it.
And family, my wife's favorite, Harry Potter. What is that? Wolves? Twilight.
Okay.
Twilight. That's all I remember. Bliksem is warm. You know what? Now I need to suggest a guest
Yes.
vir die. Maar julle moet hom super punish. Is that fine? Can I get a guest suggest?
Yes.
So I don't know if you guys watched Quarantine.
No.
Quarantine was a show in lockdown. Hou vas. Quarantine was a show in lockdown where they put these families. There was a Skeepers family and the... Ja, kan ek hom onthou nie? The Leroux family in this house for 2 months or 3 months and the whole cake net watched it. And I think it was like 500,000 viewers on that.
Nice.
There's a lady there we became friends with. Oh, Jerry. And I love Moan. Maybe I dag met julle 'n deal. Maybe they must bring Walla and Austin together. Want hulle sal die goede doen wat julle nou aan ons gedoen het. Anyway, Austin Skeeper is 'n MC and social media personality and all that. Julle sal die vrae kan kom hier.
Consider that day. So we're gonna reach out, and if you've got the goodies, if you think you can handle this, just as well as Loufi as you handling this like a champion, my friend.
Kom jou bangbroek.
Yeah, come. It's a challenge.
It's good now.
Last question.
Yes.
Like, you know,
Alles kramp. Alles kramp. Weet julle dit? Alles borrel. Ja, daar.
Our company is nearly 260 people, and yesterday I told the company, you coming on our show today, everybody freaks out. They are jumping, and the quietest F&I, her name is Tertia, she's in the studio today.
Oh, she didn't have a wing.
Yeah, shame, she's
Oh,
too nice.
And
to
the show
be
is called?
punished. So the show is called The Sit Down.
Not Mitmak.
No, it's a masterclass.
Jy moet hom sê masterclass midkak sit down because I'm telling you now.
Oeh,
Dis warm.
dis baie warm.
I can't even remember what I answered on the previous thing.
So-
Relax him.
So my question to you is, people freak out about you. You've got so many fans. You're doing so many wonderful things. But where can we follow you? Where do you like responding? Where are you active? Are you active on Insta? Are you more active on Facebook? Where can we see upcoming events? Reach out, bookings. This is are you okay?
Nou goed. Hy brand nog. Weet jy is dit my spier of my hart wat gosh. So, ek
We
voel
did sign the indemnities, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that so paperwork, disclaimer
I
paperwork.
gave
is
him a
good.
fan signature, so I don't know if that's
So
no.
still got a potential hold.
Bloody hell. To all the ma's and pa's and kinders kyking, sorry for saying kak so many times, maar die kak warm. Dis baie warm julle. The thing is, okay, the question was,
So where can we find you? Where are you active? Where can people interact with you? And where do you see your upcoming events? Where can we book you?
at Loufi Musiek, so at Loufi Musiek, everywhere, Instagram, Facebook, even Twitter.
Okay,
I don't know what's happening there, but it's there.
it's there.
Instagram, I try and respond to everyone
Beautiful.
the best I can. I tried now on Facebook, but it's a bit of a mess. But I try and literally respond. So if anyone gets a reply from me on socials, it's me.
It's
It will
you.
never be anyone else. It
Good.
will always be me. And then bookings, it's easy. It's just bookings at loufimusic.com, I think. It's the same thing. And then, next, I don't know when we air this, but the 21st of October.
This is such good content. We're gonna air this like as soon as possible. It's
Yeah.
very good content.
Okay, hulle gaan sien, kyk hoe lyk die bra. Laat ek nou my beentjies bietjie rek. 21st of October, we have, what? 29th,
29th
bloody
of
hell.
October.
Okay, 29th of October. Yes, my wires is gebrand julle. 29th of October, we have the second Loufi Fest.
Okay. Where's that gonna be?
That's going to be in Van der Bijl Park.
Van der Bijl Park.
Yeah. Have you
Okay.
ever been to Defailing?
Yes.
So yeah, shout out Defailing. We're having it there. We got Martin Best on the lineup. We got Droom Syndrome on the lineup. We got, nou gaan ek weer vloek. We got Befok on the lineup. We got Beats by Hand on the lineup. So Beats by Hand is actually the guy who made Damas for Biggie.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we got him on the lineup. And I think we're gonna have a couple of opening acts. We got my DJ and drummer, Roald the drummer on the lineup. Bloody hell. Yeah, that's the 29th of October. And then this year somewhere we're dropping another single. We just dropped Bankrob, featuring James, which is a compilation of Eckers Broke and Baas van die Plaas and
I
that
love
type of
I
vibe.
love the guns that you guys used on.
Yeah, that's my kids' Fortnite guns.
I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
Bloody hell, het voelt so ek het hier iemand anders dan verander. Yeah, that's out. And then we're dropping another single now, and I think the whole album, maybe another single December, I don't know. And then the whole album on my birthday in January, the 27th of Jan. That's a maybe, unless if the label's listening, we need more music. Unless we add more music.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that's what I think is next. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And if people hear I'm doing some hip hop stuff, we're also venturing into like the urban sector, trying to establish ourselves there, because here we, in Afrikaans sector, people know us, but there nobody knows us. So
Yet.
So
Beautiful.
I think it would be a nice challenge
Beautiful.
for us. So die brand is weg, maar die bottle is hier weg.
Is nou hierso.
Yeah.
My friend, I've had so much fun. The first part of our interview, as much as the second part. You're a gentleman. You are so kind.
Thank you.
You're hyper intelligent, very creative. You are definitely going to leave us better than you found us. Thank you for your time. And Tertia was the biggest fan in our company. Now it's me. Thank you very
Lovely.
much for sharing your time with
Thank you
us.
for having me.
Can't wait to see you on the
appreciate
stage again.
Thank you. Lekker.